And yeah, start a podcast. Start a fucking podcast.
Definitely
please.
start a podcast.
Start a podcast. Start the podcast.
Sometimes.
Choppers.
The hell is a podcast?
Riding our bikes around, thinking we're all bad.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted to do. Chop that baby.
Does this excite you? Think about it.
Sometimes.
Choppers.
Design usually just comes right out of your head.
Everybody's got to have a Harley nowadays.
And it must be a chopper. You're not even eligible.
Chick want to take her shirt off? She could.
How you doing, Mom?
We don't even play loud music at 3 in the morning. Fine. Don't walk around drinking beer in public. Fine.
I was full of the devil.
Complete molding and raking of the motorcycle frame, wheel design, and engine building.
Stretched way up to the sky.
Full of the devil, man.
If you ride a chopper, that's it.
Party people are only 2% of animals.
Oh, geez, the damn van, you know.
Shut up,
That's all you need is a van. I said, I have one of those.
I was full of the devil, man.
You know, in 10 years from now, we'll still be riding choppers, and they'll probably be riding something different.
What's the matter with you, boy?
Yeah, guys. There's motorcycles.
Dead air.
Oh, what it do, sons and sonzettes. Welcome to the Sometimes Choppers podcast, baby.
What's up, son yuns?
How we doing tonight, son?
Dude, inaugural podcast.
What day is it today?
First episode.
It is almighty 420, baby.
001.
It's 420.
Yes, mommy.
Ooh.
Yeah. First episode coming at you, 420. All because of him. He's still 16 years old.
Okay, man, because I choose to smoke weed all day, every day still is not my problem. It's my choice.
Someone was like, when's the podcast coming out? I was like, oh, we're dropping 420. And they looked at me and they're like, yeah, I could have guessed that.
Yeah, come on, man.
I was just like, what, dude?
Exactly. Well,
It's still the coolest day. I've dropped 3 albums on 420.
Do you know what? Everything based around our band was always on 420.
Why wouldn't it be?
Tours.
Is there any other day? And that's because you love Hitler, right?
Whoa, that's right. It's his birthday.
It's his birthday, yeah.
Starting off strong. Well, hell yeah, dudes. Fucking welcome to it, man. Excited to start something new, I guess. Instead of sitting around and just talking about starting something new all the time, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we did talk about it loosely months ago.
Well,
Months ago, it was loose talk.
Yep.
You know, I think we started it finally because it was like, the more we talked about doing it, the more it was like,
dude, this should be on the podcast, right? Wait,
Yeah.
we shouldn't even be. Why are we talking about this?
like it wouldn't be that hard to do it, I guess. I just didn't want to do one by myself because that's a lot of content to come up with. You
Content,
got
responsibility.
back and then it's all the work. Like here's a bunch of work you didn't want.
Yeah, which usually only one side of creative relationships that are partnerships tend to be. You know, it's hard to get both people on the same page of like, yo, let's fucking do this, or we're doing this today, or hey, we fucked up, we got to redo this. Yeah. And now like here we are.
And here we are.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. But yeah, no.
Sometimes Choppers was a name I had in my head,
which I think is fucking hilarious.
and then when I told you your enthusiasm for it, I was like, oh, so I'm not just an idiot.
Well,
like,
I mean,
it makes sense, right?
It sounds like a thing already, and it sounds like a stupid thing that's like, I don't know, dude. It fits.
Sometimes, like, I don't ride a chopper every time I ride a motorcycle.
Sometimes you ride mini bikes.
Sometimes I ride mini bikes. I have the soft tail, you know.
That's true.
Like, if Christy's gonna be on it, she's not getting on the chopper.
That's just it keeps the name itself. It keeps it loosey goosey.
But also, I don't always want to talk about motorcycles.
That's very true. Sometimes motorcycles.
Like, I think we're both interested in a lot of cool things.
I think we have a lot of shit to offer between the two fucking crazy ass lives we've lived in the same state, but now our paths are finally crossing. It's like a good thing.
The crisscross.
Crisscross.
Like, what's that? Murder
Crossing
on a Train or
streams.
something? What's that movie? Where the one guy does the murder for him?
Throw Mama from a Train.
They
Billy
reference
Crystal.
that.
Oh, the actual
they
movie.
reference the actual
movie.
Danny DeVito's character watches that movie
in the theater
and gets the idea.
Yes.
And automatically goes to Hawaii and kills the woman, but he really didn't kill her. He just thought he did. And then he's like, the funniest part of that movie is like he calls him up, wakes him up, and he's like, it's done, you know.
What's
She's
done?
dead. and he keeps calling
Owen.
from the middle of paradise on the island of Hawaii.
He'd be
and
somewhere
within
else.
30 seconds, he's somewhere else on a payphone that's in the middle of the woods.
That's
like,
a great.
Like, come on.
Very, very off subject, very quick, but that is a fucking totally underrated movie. I started watching that movie as a little kid as soon as it came out.
Yeah, me too. I just watched it like a month ago.
It's great. Still to this day, I fucking love it.
It holds up.
Bring it
It's
up to
pretty
one of
good.
those guys. They love to hear about it.
Which guys?
Danny or Billy.
Oh, yeah. Next time I'm with Danny.
Nobody brings it up to them. So
You don't think so?
No, dude. Nobody
Someone.
fucking talks about that movie to
Dude,
them
listen.
at all.
Well, when we got Danny over here, that's all the podcast is going to be about.
Oh man. Well, so I guess let's tell everybody where all this shit's gonna be.
So
First, before we get into ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
What
Home
platforms
base.
are we gonna be
Home-
using,
home
Rodney?
base.
Where are we gonna be able to
Home-
find the stuff at?
Home base, sometimeschoppers.com.
Cool.
There's a link page. All the links are going to be there. Podcast available on all platforms, Spotify, Apple,
Boom.
wherever you want to do it. We're also going to have the YouTube version, thanks to you.
That's actually what I'm most excited about for some reason. Because I watch most of my podcast visually.
I listen to them in the car.
Well,
I commute.
I throw the video up on the van.
That's what I was just going to say, though. If there's a video component, I put it on because the holder's right there. And, like, the van knows where I'm going.
Actually, if there's a video, then I'm like, ooh, now I really want to watch it.
Right.
Because sometimes I just like seeing people's
Even
pretty
though they're
faces.
just sitting there talking, you're like, oh, I need to look at that. Sometimes, though, if it's someone you don't know, and you're like, what does this fucking person look like?
Yeah.
Because podcasts that don't have a video, like I've Googled the name. I'm
You
like,
get the
what
idea
does
of
this
these
person
people
look like?
in their head,
Yeah.
and then you see them, and you're like, oh, okay. This makes sense now. But yeah, so sometimeschoppers.com.
Sometimeschoppers.com. YouTube.
Spotify. Fucking Apple, all
Fucking
that
Apple.
shit.
All that shit.
Yeah. More to come on you.
Instagram, Sometimes Choppers. Probably
Yes, sir.
a good way of getting hold of us. If you already know us, hit us up on our personals. If you don't, hit us up on Sometimes Chopper. Throw us a DM, slide in like you're winning the Kentucky Derby.
Soon. Already getting some fucking goofy ass messages.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
And
It's been-
some of
do we-
them are like people you know that I don't know, and I'm like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, and I don't tell anybody who's answering.
No.
This is Zach.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
know?
ever telling anyone.
Fuck no.
Nothing.
Just
They don't
let
need to
them-
know.
Let them assume.
The other way would be
Sometimes it's you, man. Sometimes it's me.
on the website. There's a form. That way we have your email forever. We can spam the shit out of you. So, it's April 20th, as we said. April, the official month of
420,
riding
son.
motorcycles in Michigan with no license plate. I've
Yep,
seen
yep.
several so far.
I rode like that all last year. No fucking nothing. But the bike was in such a state of newisms to me and
Didn't
to
matter.
the neighborhood. If I would have stopped, it would have been like, look, come on, man. You know? Just give
Right.
me a fucking break here for 1
Dude,
second.
listen.
Look how fucking cool this thing is. Yeah,
Chill out.
for sure. No, I get that.
You want to see the van too, man? It matches.
Right.
Let's fucking, come on.
Yeah. The first bike I bought, the lady left a plate on it, and the tags were good for like 4 months.
Yeah. Just get fucking.
What are you going to do? This is my first road
She's
bike.
going to get a phone call.
This is my first road bike. I'm just like, just leave it like that, I think.
Still got it up there?
It might be
Hell
up
yeah.
there.
I save all mine too,
might
man.
Be up there or it's in the basement.
AJC 9773. That was my first license plate ever. I remember because I came up with the acronym aggressively jerking cocks. And then the numbers are easy to remember after that, but
And that's the show, folks.
I keep all my license plates. And then, like the last one I just had was rad. It was EGK,
Right.
which is almost like EKG.
But it's not.
And then it had 4 6s in a row. And they fucking gave me that off the shelf. Didn't ask for it. I looked at it. I was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
that's
cool.
kinda
It's
weird.
like cheating death twice. It's like extra 6 and EKG is misspelled. So I ran that. But now I just got a new license plate the other day in the mail from the state of Michigan.
What's that say?
I don't know if I want to say it. I feel weird.
I feel like if you want to know it,
you could go and check out my page.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's leave it at that
Yep.
because I don't really want to say it loud in a microphone.
We'll be pulled immediately.
Well, not only that, but the
restriction
state will be like, how the
warnings.
heck did this guy get away with that shit?
Can they
But,
pull that back?
Dude, they can pull anything they want.
Yeah,
baby.
they could.
Tug
They
away,
could.
son. Look at
I've
that.
never seen
According
anyone
to that
at,
license plate, they can pull anything they want from
Yeah,
me.
I've never seen it. Anyone at Secretary of State, I wanted pulling anything though. You know what I mean? Not one of them. So,
Yeah, check out my Instagram if you want to see my funny ass new license plate. But all right, cool. So we're here in your garage.
Yeah,
We're in your home turf.
maybe.
What do you fucking do all
It's
day, man?
undecided.
What do you do for a living?
Well, dude, you know what? I wish I would have had like a bunch of words prepared that overcomplicated it. You know, like when you're like, I use thermal aqua in the presence of ceramics and glass under supervised constraints. Which is basically like I wash the dishes because my wife told me to.
Oh, okay.
Is what
All
that
right.
meant.
Fair
You know
enough.
what I mean? But no, so I do basically controls for laboratories,
Controls for laboratories, as in like
processing plants,
what are you controlling?
labs, airflow
Okay.
of like lab hoods and anywhere the air is critical to survival.
All right.
Yeah.
Which probably means you checking a bunch of shit all the time that works just fine,
Yep.
and just fucking like,
Just
okay, here I
recheck
am.
it. Sometimes service calls, that kind of shit.
People are important, dude.
Dude, I've done the state labs.
State Labs of Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The police labs.
Whoa.
You gotta, dude, background checks. You gotta be like verified on Twitter. Like they check all the shit, dude.
Verified on
Yeah.
Twitter?
They check everything.
Oh, man, that's fucking
So
crazy.
anyway, like the one day I do it right, like they escort you into this lab.
Yeah.
Which Google Lab Hood. You know what I mean? If you don't know what it is. It's where they test everything. So I'm in this room with kilos of substances and counterfeit bills and guns and bullets and fucking all that shit.
So you had to make sure that the fucking and all you're doing is just checking.
So the dude who escorts me down
air.
there, he's like, "Hey man, I gotta run. I'll be right back. You know, here's the hoods." And I go, "All right, well I'm going with you." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're not leaving me in here.
No.
I'm not gonna be the patsy who's like,
Fuck no.
I leave, and then that dude steals a bunch of shit, and then
Dude,
he's like,
or
that
vice
fucking
versa.
lab guy.
Or like,
Yeah, I didn't want to be in there.
who was smart enough to leave you in there? You know what I mean?
Isn't it weird when
I'm not
people
saying, like-
trust you and you're like, wait a minute, and then but you end up being trustworthy,
Dude,
but you're
fucking
still like,
DTA, man.
what the fuck is going on?
You never fucking know. But like, I would like to think I live in a world
Yeah.
around or the world that I treat, I guess, how I treat other people in, as in that kind of a trusting manner. A lot of shit is on a handshake.
Right.
A lot of fucking handwritten invoices. If you really want some official stuff, then my company, whatever, will do it. But like, I would give you the fucking keys to the van to go run somewhere really quick type of thing if it needed to be done.
Right.
But that's crazy in a state-run fucking like cop shop type thing with all that stuff around.
Yeah.
It's a pretty important job you got, friend.
It could be. Yeah. We do like operating rooms,
pretty tight.
Pharmaceutical places where they make drugs.
And then, so outside of work. And
anyway,
then
yeah.
you got a pretty seasonal life, I guess. So
I live my life in seasons. This is very true. So right now we're in basically still building, a little bit of riding.
Yeah.
It's fucking snowing today in Michigan. Last week it was beautiful out for like 2 days.
That is ridiculous, but
I ripped the Sportster around quite a bit. Fucking runs great.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was good to
running
see. It was good
beautiful.
to see your Instagram stories with some open road on them.
Oh yeah, rushing
nice.
home, getting on that, doing that.
I was very happy.
Yeah, so basically my life is building season, riding season, hunting season, hockey season.
Boom.
Repeat.
Mince, wash, repeat.
That's all I do.
Yeah.
That's it. Unless I throw something else in there, which I haven't found yet. But
The wrenches, I mean, that's just fucking adding more shit to the plate. What else do you really need?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't need any more. I have too much. shit going on. I don't have time for what we're doing now.
So
You know what I
okay,
mean?
so I really don't have fucking time for anything.
Right.
In my half, I guess I'll jump into what I do for a living for a little bit. I run a sign painting company. Paint
Ooh.
mom and pop shops, paint advertisements, large scale on like the side of fucking skyscrapers and shit for movies, cars,
For
whatever.
movies. See, I didn't know that for movies.
Dude.
So do they hire like in a movie like graffiti to be like, oh, we need some graffiti here?
So
Or do they
that is
just
like
find it?
that's a separate area for me.
Yeah.
That's so that comes in
maybe
like
you might
set
know.
decorating
Yeah.
and like set prop or not prop, but like set builder guys and shit.
So you're like
And
setting
those
up a town.
guys, those pretty much the whole set building world. You know, not to fucking.
Would you like one of these?
I want to watch my next sentence. There's a reason why graffiti looks real and good in movies. I'll just put it that way. I mean, somebody who works there is pretty good. The job kind of comes hand in hand with living in, you know, the West Coast and stuff like that. You got a lot of set builder guys and shit like that over there.
Yeah.
Mural artists for hire in movies and crap. I've never painted anything that's been in any movies. I've got a couple of signs I've got some signs that were in an Eminem music video and some other music videos and shit, but never any movies.
Ooh.
But yeah, so I paint signs all day, and then I also custom paint cars and vans and bikes too, lettering, striping, that kind of shit. But I try to travel as much as possible these days in the van now.
Which I've found is a lot harder than it looks.
Well, that's you got to do it for a living. Get good at it. Force
shit
yourself
is
into
not
it, man.
easy.
But other than that, dude, just being a fucking dad and hanging out with my
Yep.
kiddo. I got a little daughter. She's about to be 7 here in a few weeks.
Yep.
She loves vans and choppers. She's got her own van. I got her for her birthday last year. Me and Mom did, and she was pretty stoked.
That's cool.
But
My daughter wants an old truck.
old truck, dude. Hell
Old,
yeah.
Old truck. Before
Girls
the
and
square
trucks
body.
is so sick.
Yeah.
So sick. I'll
Yeah.
fucking choose that all day. Well, whatever. Old enough teenager or younger than a teenager?
Teenager.
Teenager? That's
Yeah,
cool. Okay.
yeah,
All right. So
yeah.
she's serious then.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure does.
Yeah.
She probably wants one for real.
We'll see.
See, the kiddo was like, so Kai was just so engulfed in this world since birth that like, it's not cool to her. It's just the way. It's just the way it is, you know.
You know, mine really liked riding on a bike for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
And then all of a sudden it was like, I don't want to put jeans on.
Yeah. All right.
I'm like, well, you're not getting on it with shorts on. She's like, then let's take the truck. And I'm like, God
All right.
damn it.
Fuck.
You know? So,
Well, my life is pretty fucking. It's definitely not seasonal or organized or by any means chill.
I've
I
noticed
could wake up in San Francisco tomorrow at a
yeah,
job.
like sometimes we plan on a little something loosely and you're like, hey, guess what?
I'm
I
fucking,
got to go do this.
I'm painting
I'm
this
like,
huge
"Alright."
thing for the Red Wings, and I have to be there all night tonight.
Yeah.
It has to be done in the morning, you know. But being that available and being that open to fucking
what-
crazy clients like that,
Yeah.
people are so by the book and so hoity-toity that nobody's willing to fucking jump in their van and go drive to Texas tomorrow really quick.
Right.
Or get in the plane and like fucking just find my materials from homies who are on that side of the country when I get there, you know.
Right.
But so it is pretty
I think
wild
that
and
just,
loose like
it's
that.
like that falls into good customer service. Because there's other people in the industry I'm in who, you know, you get a service call and they're like, "Yeah, we'll be there in 3 weeks,"
3 weeks,
and I'm like,
and
"Yeah,
you're paying these
I'll
crazy
be there
fees.
tomorrow," and then I show up on my way home. They're like, "We didn't expect you for a couple days," and I'm like, I just wanted to put some eyes on it. You know,
Yeah.
if it's someone who's cool who like throws you a lot of work and is easy to work for,
There's
Why wouldn't you wanna
some
help 'em out?
projects that take long time to schedule. Like I worked on a project last year that was a fucking world record breaking size mural, and that took like over a year or two of planning. You know,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and like in the background, all that kind of shit. And then there's other things that an advertising agency could call tomorrow, and you know, you got 5 days to paint a billboard on the side of a skyscraper like that. And so you
That's
just
nuts.
work. I see 24 hours in a day as 24-hour work days. I've got 24 hours to work.
right?
You know what I mean? I can nap in and out a bit, but I've got enough guys on the crew and whatever that can keep it fucking going. And it's fun and it's wild and it keeps me on my toes. I think if I was structured, I would go crazy and
Yeah.
fuck it up. But
Yeah, my gig's got a corporate element to it, but I'm like never in the same
I daydream
place.
about it. Like my daydream is like, fuck this. I want to go work in a shop and just stamp parts, dude.
And you don't.
I want for the rest of my life and have some consistency, you know. But then I like the fucking wildness, dude. I sleep in my cowboy boots,
I just
baby.
dig that. Like I'm always like somewhere else, you know.
Well,
Like within reason. Like I'm always home.
yeah,
But,
no, that's
like,
true. Yeah,
you know,
you can kind of be all over.
It's not like I'm
Michigan a little
going
bit.
to just to stamp part. Like growing up in Flint, it's like
Maybe the same thing, but you're not.
I
in the
know
same
a lot
place.
of people and have a
You're
lot of
saying.
family who go to the shop to die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
spirit killed. And
Well,
if
what do
you're
you,
not working when you get outside of work, then what's the fucking point? I got one buddy who's like, dude, you're always in the fucking garage like after you work all day. I'm like, dude, if you don't work outside of work, you're doing the wrong job. You know what I mean? Like you got to be doing something.
What the fuck are you
else.
doing, dude? Playing fucking Call of Duty? Sitting there playing video games, guy? You know?
Playing John Madden
Come on,
duty.
guy. What
John
are you
Madden duty.
smoking over there?
Romeo and Julieta.
Oh, let me.
I got him. I put him right there for you.
You care if I get
yeah,
one?
yeah. I was like, hey, do you want one of these? And they heard me. You didn't hear me though.
What? So, how did you and I meet?
Oh,
Were we kind of? I feel like, Detroit Garrett introduced me to you more formally. Is that kind of the case?
I think so. I think
Because I mean, so I've known your Instagram name is historically fucking funny to me. Not funny in a disrespectful way. I just love it, dude. And like how you look as a dude, and like you're like it's just awesome.
people have been calling me Jesus since probably 2007.
I mean,
8,
you got
9,
the
somewhere in there. Yeah.
But yeah, so I was also kind of one of those things too to me where kind of people tell me this shit all the time. Like, oh man, I thought you were like some fucking blah blah blah, but you're just like a nice normal dude.
Who would they think
Like,
you were?
I figured you were some this like fucking big famous Instagram asshole guy, and like would never want to be buddies.
I'm
with,
an influencer.
You don't want to be buddies with me, you know what I mean? Or
Right,
like fucking
right.
talk, or like, and then I
That's
I
weird.
kind of figured out you were slightly a juggalo-ish. I
Yeah.
could tell you were jug adjacent.
Jug adjacent.
In some
Yeah,
form.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. I was gonna say
And
Evo Jesus. Like I actually my Instagram used to be the band's Instagram,
Okay.
but I was always running it. And then when the band like disappeared, I was like, just fucking instead of making a new one, change the handle. And Evolution Jesus is too long. But I love the Evo motor. It's like my favorite motor. I'm a dork for that because I'm not like, praising the shovelhead. Or else I'd be shovelhead Jesus. Or panhead Jesus. Or knucklehead Jesus. Or you could be a lot of them. But like the Evo was the first Harley I had. And it just made sense. Like I get it. It just makes sense, you know?
Yes.
And
Yes, my
also,
Sorry.
Evolution Jesus is like a oxymoron. So I like that.
Okay. All right.
Like, what if Jesus believed in evolution?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What if he was mad at his dad one day? He's like, fuck you, he didn't create nothing. This is all evolution, bitch.
This is evolution, Dad.
Yeah. Like his teenage Jesus years.
That'd be a sick punk band.
Yeah.
Jesus starting a punk
Yeah.
band about how
Yeah.
evolution is actually
Yeah.
the way. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you, Dad.
So,
I'd buy that for $1.
so yeah, Garrett, I don't know if who followed who first. Like, I can't keep track of that. But I posted a story when I was in some weird process area with like 10,000 blue containers of flammable toxins. And I used the ICP track.
Yeah.
Factories, toxic waste and chemicals. They have strange effects on the animals. One of the greatest rhymes
I
ever.
do remember sliding in your DM and
And you
being
were
like,
like, yeah, you
son.
said something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought, but now I fucking know.
Right.
Are you a jugga lugga lugga low? And you were like, well, here's the thing, bud.
Yeah, well, I quit listening to him.
Everybody, okay, so I guess,
In,
and
like-
really, really quick context of our side of town,
Yeah.
from just to the fucking people, it is completely normal and natural that you just grew up and you were raised on things like Kid Rock, Eminem, and ICP were fucking totally normal to listen to in school because
I didn't listen to Eminem for a long time.
I mean, there's a lot of different
because of the
neighborhoods,
beef. Because of the beef with ICP, I was like, fuck
See?
Eminem, dude.
yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
But so for us to talk about these, what people consider outrageously fucking dumb bands, is very
Yeah.
normal to us and very like dear to home.
Right.
But like
Yeah,
you know,
like,
you
you're
can just
getting
always
shit
kind of
on,
tell like,
but
oh
it's
yeah,
still-
I bet that fool used to be a fucking juggalo back in the day. Like
Yeah,
you can always kind
yeah.
of tell.
Sometime around the end of high school.
Well, punks and juggalos aren't cool, so we had to hide it, you know, or like cut it off kind of early in high school.
I never got into punk. I never got into punk
because we were
Like,
fucking, dude,
you know,
rockers, man.
As punk as I got was like the rowdy tracks of Cottonmouth Kings back in the day.
Okay, Head PE.
And Daddy X used to be in Head PE. Like
They
we
can-
opened
they
for
can-
Head PE.
They can get a little like screamy, a little
Yeah.
fucking.
Hey
We
bartender.
want to be punk and mosh. you know?
What was Daddy X's band? The Humble Gods.
Yeah. I've seen them at the gathering.
They were kind of punkish.
So,
right? Not really, but
you ended up being on my side of town. I'm a West Sider from Detroit. You ended up
Yeah.
being over near Rock of Ages, and that's when I was like, "Fucking hold your horses, bud. I'll be there in 2
probably my
minutes."
favorite music store of all time.
It's the fucking.
But also, I've been
the hot
going
hits.
there since I was in junior
It's
high.
the hot hits of the West Side. It's you
But
know,
like for where I live, before you could drive, when you got someone's parent to bring you
You to Rock of Ages,
to
dude.
fucking Rock of Ages for an in store, or for like ICP just put some shit out.
yeah, dude.
And Wyatt Earp didn't have it.
Oh my god, my hair's standing up. On my
And somebody's dad
always
fired up the car and was like, "I'll take you."
Yep,
and
always.
you and your homie sat in
got
the
in the back of that
seat
Astro van, dude.
with your fucking CD players, totally ignoring the dad.
Linked your Game Boys.
Ignoring each
linked the
other.
Game Boys.
Yeah, I remember me and my homie Mike. I was listening to Carnival Carnage, and he had fucking Great Malenko, and like we listened all the way through and looked at each other, and I was like, "You want to switch?" And like before we got to Rock of Ages, like switch CDs, just in our own worlds, jamming. You know what I mean? No headphone splitter, two separate rides we went
splitter. Nice.
on, and yeah. So that
Rock
would
of
be
Ages, we ran up. You were chilling there, and I was like, I'll fucking be right there, man. Ran up there, and we hung out just for a quick second.
I was getting Christy some punk records for Christmas. I think
was
I was
alone.
working down there at the one of the universities.
I didn't have my daughter with me. Did
No,
I
I was
alone?
I was working down there at one of the universities. I think it was before Christmas of this last year, and I was getting Christy some punk vinyl.
Punk stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Punk chicks are cooler than punk dudes. But
Bro.
yeah, so whatever. We stood there and
Sure.
we talked and hung out. Finally met face to face.
Yeah, met face to face. It was
And then
like
was like, "What's up with this fucking New Year's Eve ICP bash? When's the last time you've been to a clown show, Rodney?" And you're like,
fucking a million hundred
wow.
years.
So
And Christy hates ICP.
I was kind of on the edge of my. I don't ever like to put all my balls in one mouth. You know, I was like, I hope he comes, and then like it started getting day of, day two, and you hit me up, and you're like, yo, my buddy from out of town.
Yeah. So the dude I made music with, I convinced him. I was like, come up here, meet me at my house. We'll drive. We'll go down to Detroit, which me and him, the last time we were together, opened for the Cottonmouth Kings at Harpo's.
Really?
Yeah. With Prozac was on that tour with the Abnormal. I think Abnormal was the CD you just put out.
Hell yeah.
I don't think Tech 9 was there. But so that was the last time we were there. So he was like, yeah, definitely. So he brought his chick who's super punk,
And then
who hates ICP. And I brought my old lady who
never
hates
seen him.
ICP.
Right.
And they had like punk shit in common. And then they ended up having a great fucking time.
great time. I remember I hit you guys up before. I was gonna go. I wasn't gonna go. See, like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like I can't. If I make plans, I'm gonna break them.
Right.
Like plans are made to be broken in my world. It's just.
Oh, I seen the
fucking
van. I
thing.
took a picture in front of your van before we got in there.
I was gonna go, and then I wasn't, and then I ended up my main old crew of Juggalo homies. I always go to the gathering with every year and shit. They're like, "Yo, what's the deal?" I'm like, "Fuck, actually, you know what? Here's the deal. I went to Kinko's. 40 minutes later, I had I had made fake 8 backstage passes, and I was like, "You guys want to see if these work?"
You want to try?
I remember texting you. I'm like, "Do you want these? Do you guys want to pay? Or you got tickets?" You're like, "Dude, I got tickets. I'm good. Whatever."
Yeah.
But so you're like, "We're going in the front," and I was there, and I'm like, "Okay." You sent me the picture of the van. I'm like, "We're going around the back." I knew that's how I could get in with these stupid fucking passes.
Yeah.
And then sure as shit.
And there's like not much to the back of Harpo's behind
No,
that
dude,
stage.
except getting shot. That's the only thing to do back there. So I ended up working, getting down in there, getting the show. The fucking passes worked beautifully.
Dude, the marquee
nobody even questioned them. And then
was so dope.
I usually am pretty partied out at a clown show, or I'm usually dead sober. There's like no in between. And the fucking like mass amounts of substances or none. And I didn't get fucked up on New Year's. But I kept checking. I was having such a good fucking time. I kept like checking my drinks and shit and being like, I think I'm fucked up. But I was just around good people and new friends, and like I was fucking like, giving you fucking hugs and shit, and like just. It
was a good time.
It was amazing.
And like
I
the
GoPro
shit
the
they
whole
played,
fucking thing still, by the way, and I keep watching little clips, but I haven't really sat down and watched it all.
Like,
but I'll show you the footage eventually.
I think I only didn't know like 2 or 3 songs that came like after.
Yeah, all of their sets are kind of like
2003,
that.
You know what I mean?
The last 15
So
years have been nothing but
I was just
school.
so glad like it was all the dopest shit.
Yeah,
and
it was fun.
I got a little bit drunk because of my job. Alcohol is about all I can do. You know what I mean? So me and Sully got a little bit.
I was on probation on New Year's, so I was not drinking.
Yeah, we got a little bit rowdy. I remember he went and got like some Jacks and some beers and put his card in. Because there was like a cash bar only, and then a card bar. He went to the card bar.
Damn.
He was trying to be nice, give me something for being the hospital host. And he was like, "Hey man, my card said error." And she gave me all the drinks. It was like $37
Wait,
a drink.
you ordered your guys' rounds?
Yeah, he ordered like
he fucking
4
hands
beers,
chick card.
2 Jacks.
She puts it in.
No, it's on the thing. You put it in yourself
right
and
then
leave
and
the
there.
tip. And so he put it in. She gets the drinks, sets him down next to him. He's like, it said fucking error. Re-put your card in. He's like, I just took my card out and walked away with the drinks.
She didn't. she just didn't notice.
How can you?
Fucking
How would you
idiots.
know?
My mom used to work at that bar back or she would bartend in there back in the day. She didn't work there like religiously, but she kind of worked.
She was there on Sundays?
Clutch Cargoes and other places like that. But Harpo's has been locked in time since 1983. It hasn't changed at all.
Dude, but what I was saying is the marquee
still houses the world's largest light-up disco floor. That works. World record.
The marquee for that show was the most incredible thing ever.
It was busted.
No. It worked.
No,
it was lit up. It just said ICP.
Yeah, that was it.
It was 3 letters.
No date.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It was
no
beautiful.
fucking.
It was beautiful. It was like such a 90s ICP.
I want to say that was
what I mean?
probably what sold me that day because I remember posting on my story earlier that afternoon.
Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, he's already down there.
Yeah, a bunch of people were
and I'm like waiting for people from Ohio to come up
is already partying
before we can go to Detroit.
I think that fucking sold me. Just on like, goddamn, hell yeah, nothing like a classic clown show at fucking Harpo's. It's so gaudy and so fucked up.
Yeah.
And then sure as shit, a bunch of shit went down in the parking lot after everybody left. But
I was not there for any of that.
Yeah, fuck them.
But on the way home, me and Sully were like, dude, we gotta fucking piss. And Christy's like, I'll stop at this rest area. There's nobody at this rest area. There's not one person. She parks literally a half a mile away from the door.
Why?
I don't know. She was like, well, I thought that semi was going to
scary.
move. And this semi had 6 feet of snow plowed up around it. Like it hadn't moved since last winter. And fucking, we're like waddling up.
Fuck.
What do you need?
Oh, I thought I lost my headphone for a second.
Oh, all right. But yeah, I think that was the second meeting, and then
it was a fun day, fun night.
It was a good time.
It was fucking chill, man. And then so then after that, so that was New Year's, and then I had a van meet in Florida coming up at the end of the month.
Hang on, let me guess what it was called. The freeze out, freeze for all,
freeze for all.
Freeze for all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Put on by the Orlando motherfucking street vans.
If you guys don't already know, check out Freeze, Detroit rapper.
Oh, no, man. No. If you don't already know, check out the Orlando Street Vans on Instagram. That's what you should check out. Because they're the fucking baddest hot rod vans in town, baby. Anyways, yeah, but I wanted to take the chopper down. And I rode all fucking winter. I haven't rode in a long time since before my kid was born. I kind of chilled out on that shit and slowly on a lot of things in life. But the longest I went this whole winter was 18 days in Michigan without riding.
See, I don't even think about riding.
But I was also wasn't really drinking or doing and partying. I wasn't doing anything, man. I'm just hanging. So the only thing I had to like keep me sane was fucking off in the cold. But I really wanted to get down there, and I had these stupid ass starter issues, and I rebuilt it, didn't fucking work, or changed some shit, didn't work, rebuilt it, didn't work, and then you hit me up, and you're like, well, hey, you have all the new rebuild parts, and I have a new starter with all the rebuild parts in it.
Yeah, I took them out.
Why don't you just fucking come over here, hook me up when you get back from Florida, give me a couple of bucks later, don't even sweat it, we'll swap you out and get your bike rolling. Yeah. Which was like super rad of you for a dude that, you know, we really only hung out one night and kicked it and crap. So I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, slumber party. Let's go hang out.
Really, we just kind of hung out in moments. It's like, you know, you got a concert.
Yeah, that's
you're
true.
Like,
I did not. Yeah, that's all. You're right. I didn't want to bother your friend from out of town too much. I wasn't trying to fucking leech onto you guys at that party.
Yeah, he was like, that dude's crazy. He made fucking fake passes, and I was like, that's the dopest shit. Dude, that was dead ass sober too. Like I was like, that's the dopest shit.
I was having a crazy time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I brought the bike over, got the fucking starter off, got some shit swapped out, pulled the primary, and then like, as like the most silliest of silliest thing to drop right down into the fucking guts of it all.
Behind like the clutch plates.
Yeah, this little baby fucking washer of like of already a favor. Like this, like Rodney's already doing me a favor right now, and then like he's pulling this bolt off my bike, and
I think I might have even been saying like, yeah, be careful that you don't drop nothing.
I either you were saying it or I was saying it, or it was that mutual tension of like,
you're just thinking, and I don't know what you know. I've never worked on anything with you. Like I don't know what your capabilities are. I didn't know if you just needed the starter and you were gonna do it, or if you needed me to do it, or whatever. But here I am pulling the fucking nut off the starter on the inside of the primary, and just like a fucking game of Plinko, there goes that washer.
Yeah. So I was already,
it's just like,
I was already like batting 1,000, like getting a bunch of shit in line for that party to get down to Florida.
Yeah.
I was like good on gas to get there and shit. But it's okay. When I travel, try not to spend a dime, or like if I'm working, you know, obviously definitely not spending money.
Right.
But if I'm going on a vacation or if I'm getting in the fucking van, wherever I'm going, I want to come back with exactly what I have. Like, you know, so it made no dent into me.
Right.
Or some profit, if possible.
Yeah.
So, like, bring things to paint, like these fucking signs back there, or paint people's shit while I'm there, you know, kind of thing, and it just makes the trip free.
Right.
Easy. No foul, no harm, no foul, you know. So, when that fucking washer dropped in, I was already prepared to not bring the chopper down, but I knew I had enough shit painted, and I had enough gas in the van to get there and back, and I was going to have a fucking good time either way. So, when the washer dropped, it was oddly, like, a good stress reliever for. I was like in a
You're
weird way,
it's
like
fucked. I definitely don't
like,
have to bring
okay,
it down.
cool,
Yeah.
fuck,
Right.
okay. You know what? Sweet. Fuck it. I don't fucking care. Maybe I didn't want to fucking bring it anyways.
That way you didn't have to bring it.
This dude pulls out this fucking the most random ass antique fucking barn find weird little magnet sticky little thing.
All my tools come from.
It's a Lapeer on the side of it, which is the city of Michigan, which I know kind of well. There's an old Arby sign in Lapeer that I know is still there.
Yeah, it's about an hour.
A traditional, you know, the big tall
here.
Arby sign.
Yep.
Pulls out this little fucking magnet with this little tiny little mini dick swinger at the end, and fuck it, you just start fishing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that long, and then like you're like in there. But then, like, all of a sudden, it goes down into a cavity. And then you're, like, really in there.
Yeah, then I was like, oh, I found the passage.
And then I fucking hear the slightest little fucking, just the most baby little.
Yeah. Pretty much.
We looked at each other. Washer out, dude. Holy shit!
I think we were both holding our breath.
It's like the dumbest fucking gayest thing to happen to a. See, this is the type of problems that that Sportster guys deal with. Because I was
like ready to.
I dropped my washer into my Sportster, and
I was ready to like pull the clutch bit. Like, oh, so much.
Work, I mean, that's just the extent of fix. It's just funny to me that's the extent of fixing an Evo. Really, it's like that's the worst. They're so. It's like
yeah, pretty much.
It's not like a fucking taking a shovel apart every single fucking weekend and crap. Like, no, I don't really do that with the Evo ever. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ride it to California really quick and back.
And there's so many combinations of things with shovels too. Like I was talking to that dude this weekend. He's like, you got the rubber mount, the rigid mount, the 4-speed, the 5-speed, the this, the that. And I'm like, how do you know what fucking fits with what?
He's they're all fucking cooler than my Sportster. That's for sure.
You just know.
Damn cooler.
I was just like, I don't know nothing.
But
I don't know if I can learn it.
Dude, you should fucking learn. You
Yeah, I
know
can
a lot
learn-
of
I
shit.
can learn
You
it.
know everything. But yeah, so I ended up pulling out, put it all back together, fucking fired right up, worked fine. Ripped it around in the snow for a quick second, and then hopped on down to Florida. And then I rode from the West Coast to the East Coast while somebody
be
else
cool.
drove my van.
Yeah.
And I was the only bike, and I fucking stayed with all those Chevys the whole way across, and they were just ripping 100 the whole fucking way too. It was fun. We took over that freeway. It was a lot of fun.
It's a convoy.
Yeah, a convoy led by a dude in a ski mask and a leather jacket in the middle of Florida, but it was wintertime, so.
R.I.P. C.W. McCall.
So that was a very life-saving thing.
Save your
Intro
life.
to a new friendship.
How to save a life.
It was great.
I don't know who that is, but that's a song.
Son of
Trust
a
me.
bitch.
That is a song.
Well,
So yeah, we got that on the road.
Yeah.
I too have a Sportster chopper.
yeah. So okay, I cut my bike off really quick because it's fast and easy. Friends of mine built it and shit last spring. Got it back on the road. This guy, a working man co out of Milwaukee. It was an accident. Now it's not, and switched some hands to Milwaukee, and then now it's mine.
And that's
really
an Evo Sporty, but in an Ironhead frame.
Yeah, and I think the title is late 70, early 80 frame, I want to say.
Okay.
And Evo 1200, 1997, which is fucking crazy to me because I know dudes listening to this whose baby mamas were born after 1997. It seems like it was fucking yesterday. I was smoking cigarette butts. My parents' cigarette butts.
I think my niece
But I was
born
like,
after that.
dude,
Nephew.
I was fucking
They're twins.
skating. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't a teenager yet, but that just seems like around the corner to me.
What
Anyways,
year? 97?
Yeah, dude.
I was 12.
Fucking nice. Finger banging chicks yet? Probably.
Well, there was a trailer park down the road.
Oh, man. But yeah, so my bike was fucking bought. I didn't have to do shit to it. I mean, I have taken it apart a billion times since I've gotten it, but I didn't build
You
it.
just put a Springer front end on it.
Put a new front end on it.
And you love it.
I love it. It's cool.
6 over?
8.
8 over?
No.
6 over.
It's 6 over.
Yeah.
It's 6 over.
I was trying to lead you there, but can't always do it.
My pee not big.
Ooh. Yeah, so we
but
haven't-
your bike, on the other hand.
We haven't even ever rode together. How about that?
Oh, that's true.
We shouldn't tell
That's
them that,
weird.
but I just did.
That is weird. I've
Maybe
ridden
we'll
my
ride
my
to-
chopper in your town multiple times now.
Yeah,
2
maybe
times.
maybe we will at the swap meet day.
In
Maybe.
late. Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But
We'll get into that. Well, yeah, we'll drop all that
so
info at the end. But I want to talk about your build, your bike.
So basically, I've been riding bikes all my life. Like I've had a dirt bike since I was 4. Raced a lot of motocross, enduro races.
Yeah.
Got into freestyle stuff a little bit. You know, hitting ramps and that kind of shit. Like that was probably like, when did Pastrana do the backflip in competition?
In competition was that 2000
I don't know.
or the double? No.
No, like the single one he did that he kind of
Well, that was in the late 90s,
on.
wasn't it?
I don't know if that was like early 2000s or whatever.
I should know, man. My best friend Nick Mondella was obsessed with Travis Pastrana.
But I
growing
was
up.
like-
Travis Pastrami.
Yeah, I was like ripping shit, no backflips, just like big dumb shit. And
I had a PW 80. That was my extent of dirt bikes as a little kid.
I always had a dirt bike for like my whole life until recently. That I just, dude, it's a lot. Like you gotta get up, get it loaded, get out somewhere.
So you
come
were actually
home,
going
wash
to
it,
like the tracks
you
and
know,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Not just like ripping around the fucking woods.
No,
well, I mean,
but
probably
I
some
was
of
doing,
that.
I was
For sure doing
I
that.
was definitely doing that
But
too.
on the
I
weekends, like,
love
Dad, take me
fucking
here, take me here,
woods
load up the
rides.
fucking trailer.
Yeah,
and all
like
that.
I remember, like we grew up doing a little farming on the side. So like Friday nights, we'd hit this little farm bar, which I brought Ohio Garrett to. And it was funny because he's like, every town, like, you live in a small ass town, and every town you bring me to is smaller than the last. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he's from Cleveland, though, you know what I mean?
He was tripping on that dirt road he seen the other day when we were all in the truck together picking up his bike.
Right. And, which hasn't happened yet.
Damn it.
But it will.
Time travelers.
But yeah, we're like sitting at this bar.
We're from space.
And the bartender had like a cast on, and we just overhear her like, "Yeah, my fucking boyfriend was being an asshole, so I fucking drilled him and broke my hand." You know what I mean? Like, we're in the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit happens.
That's normal there.
She was still
for sure.
serving drinks.
You know what? That's a fucking kind of
Nobody
place.
called the cops.
You know that was like the type of shit that people be like, man, fuck that side of town. And now it's like, dude, I just want to be where life is real again.
Yeah.
Let's go to that side of town.
Right. So, what was the point of this story?
We were talking about
yeah. So like, I would be at that bar, and my dad would be like, "Well, if you sing fucking karaoke to this song, which I think one day was George Thorogood, Bad to the Bone,
okay,
like I'll get you a New Jersey." So I'm like up there, like 13 years old, singing Bad to the Bone, Aerosmith, Walk This Way.
Killing it.
No, not at all.
Oh, man.
You ever done Walk This Way?
Yeah, I've played it on the drums, dude.
Okay, sing the... What is he saying? I don't know.
He says, seesaw swinging from the boys in the school with your feet flying up in the air.
Everybody knows that, but when you're 13, you start singing like Mike Stan swinging with the rags hanging on, tied up in a forehand knot, whatever.
There was 3
Boy
young
Scouts.
ladies in the school gym locker room and noticed they was looking at me.
I don't know.
I was a high school loser, never made it.
Maybe
with
if
ladies.
the words are there, but just to read them and to have the rhythm, I didn't have it. Whatever. So, yeah.
I fucking love Aerosmith.
Dirt bikes. So anyway, I bought a Kawasaki Vulcan 750.
And what, like
At a garage
14,
sale.
15 years old?
No, like way old.
Oh, okay.
Like
no, I mean
20.
you. How old were you?
Like 27 then, maybe 28.
Okay.
27, 28. Bought it at a garage sale for like nothing. Like
Nice.
just talked them out of it. They were like, "Yeah, we don't really want to sell it, but like $1,600." And I was like, $700.
Let's do it.
And they ended up coming down from like $1,500, $1,600. I ended up coming up from $700 to $750. And that's what I bought it for.
You're a nice guy.
Yeah. Shrew is an Arab trader, or whatever he says in A Christmas Story. So I had that, and he became the black sheep of my family, and then got the Evo Softail, the fat boy, ripped that. And I was like, it's cool, whatever.
Is cool.
But like for years, I had in my mind like I wanted to build a fucking chopper, and I spent years like gathering tools, lathe and fucking whatever, hand tools and drill press, and like setting up my garage to the way you see it now, where it's like you can come out in the middle of winter.
If you can't tell, 27 was a long time ago.
And being a t-shirt,
Right.
Yeah. So I didn't buy that until
For us.
3 years ago. The Sportster.
Okay.
Maybe. So I was in West Virginia in the mountains, and I seen it on eBay, and I threw a bid out, and then never had service again.
Were you just
until the
fucking
auction.
around just because it was so cheap you threw a bid out, or
Yeah,
did you have your eye on it?
It was so cheap. It was like,
okay.
even if it's fucking toast, like, it'd still be worth it.
Yeah.
And won the eBay auction.
Damn. How many monies?
A
Couple grand? A few grand?
I think $800.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
then now you had to figure out you had to take a bike home.
And
now.
it already had the lead sled hardtail on it. So it was
What the fuck?
It was
No kidding.
Michigan titled 88.
That's how much
It's a Michigan titled.
Pay somebody to put that
Yeah,
hardtail
it's a
on if you can't do it.
Michigan titled. Still had the Michigan title, but it was in Ohio, in Toledo, so not too far away. And made plans to go down there and pick it up after work. And then the dude hit me up like that morning. He was like, "Hey man, I gotta come up to the town right next to you anyway. You want me to just bring this bike with me and like I'll just meet you at your house?" And I was like, "Yeah, and yeah." and then I got off the phone with him, and I was like, "Oh, he's fucking me so hard. He feels bad now.
Dude, he knows now.
He
He's
feels
like,
bad.
"Oh,
He's like, oh, I fucking feel
this
bad.
thing's
for this."
trashed. I'm
Dude.
fucking selling this guy
Yeah.
a lump of poopy. I might as well bring it to him in a paper wrap bag."
So the frame was straight. The bike didn't run. The wiring harness, it was still using the stock ECM, which I think your bike is. So, you know the blue contractor boxes you would put an outlet or a light switch in?
Don't even.
One of those was zip tied to the seat post. I got pictures of this shit, dude. I'm not even joking. You can see it in that video.
That's
that
the
you're
side
like,
of town we're from, man. That's fucking
you're like, I fucking
Midwest, baby.
I love watching this video. I think it's just for the song I made.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, you can see the wiring harness. You can see it. I don't think I threw it
Still
away. I think I
hanging.
kept it just because it's such a fucking
Should be
piece
on
of
the
shit.
wall in
man.
here.
Like, I was like, I gotta keep this.
That's
but
fucking cool.
you can run the wires into that box and put a cover on it. Did they do that? Sure. But did they also run wires through the front of it so you can't put the cover on it, but you could zip tie the cover to pinch the wires? Yeah, sure. Why not have it both ways, dude? Who says you can't have your cake and eat it too?
Yeah.
So I got it running, and every head gasket, every fucking base gasket was just bubbling crude, like the Beverly Hillbillies were coming over here to find oil.
Man.
Just spitting everywhere. So I'm like, all right, I'll get a gasket kit, redo the top end. Go to redo the top end. The front piston has like a little chip out of it, like just a tiny chip. And I'm like, that's probably fine, right?
Yeah.
And so I hit up some people
That's
on Instagram, and I was like, is this fine? They're like, no, that's fucked. And I was like, but it's probably all right. And they're like, no, that's fucked. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like, what are my options, you know? And I ended up getting a NHRS 1250 kit and put that in it. Also, when I pulled the primary cover off, the compensator nut was stripped out. Because when I finally did get it running, before I tore the top end apart, it was the worst rattling noise you've ever heard. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Kill it, kill it, kill it. Pull the primary off, and that compensator nut's bouncing off the inside of the primary. And that nut's all stripped out. Shout out to fucking Lowbrow for that. Because they had the fucking nut, and it was here like the next day.
Wow.
And then I bought...
Surprising.
Because I didn't have... That's fairly big shaft. I didn't have a die to cut new threads. So I had to buy a die.
Oh, okay.
So I cut new threads. I think they were 3/4 inch, which I didn't happen to have. Whatever. And put a new stator on. Put a new top end on. Found a tank at a swap meet, the Novi swap meet, right before COVID hit. Pretty much got it together so you could put some juice in it and fire it back up. So I fire it back up, and it makes a horrific noise.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that fucking compensator nut. Like, I didn't fix it. Like, I just gotta replace that whole shaft, right? So I pull it out. Compensator nut's perfect. The fucking stator I just put in, the fucking 3 hex head fucking screws that hold that on are just fucking gone. The stator just fucking twisted off, and I like torqued it to spec, and it just fucking destroyed all the magnets in that rotor.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, so that was with the old tank I was firing up, because when I went to that Novi swap meet, I got that tank, and I also found the fucking rotor with the sprocket for $5.
You son of a
Because I was
bitch.
finding them online for like $150, $200.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Found it was like brand new for $500. Panhead Greg says I'm a fucking animal for using used fucking, electric parts.
Whatever.
It doesn't have any electrics in it. It just rotates around the electrics. It's fine, dude. He's like, you know how many miles are on that?
Yeah.
Well,
You're good.
yeah, I don't need to know. I know it's working.
Don't need it.
Put a new stator in. Put the coffin tank on. Didn't have it painted yet. Like I made the seat out of this fucking metal that's sitting behind the fireplace. Like totally just used, some cardboard to fucking figure out what I was doing. I wanted a stupid camel hump.
Upholstered and everything yourself?
So I did the foam with some shit my dad pulled out of a garbage somewhere.
Okay.
And then I brought the seat to Leather Bill in Flint. He does a lot of leather work for Finch.
Mr. Ron.
Before I'd found... Yeah, my uncle told me to go talk to Leather Bill. And before I'd found that foam, I was like, hey, do you have any foam? Like, I'll just pay you whatever you want for it, and I'll put it on there, I'll bring it back, you can cover it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't have any, but Ron would have some. I was like, oh, sweet, can we get it? And he goes, no, I haven't finished these bags for Ron. If I call him, he's going to think I'm calling him because these bags are done.
Yeah.
And they're not done, so I'm not calling him. And I was like, oh, cool.
Fuck.
Cool. All right, I'll figure something out.
Yeah,
And there's like some
yeah.
fabric stores in Flint, and I'm like, hey, you have anything for like seat
some
foam? And they're
fucking-
like, for like a couch? And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm wasting my time. And like, you're having to put a mask on to go in there, and I was just getting fucking irritated.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, hey, I just found this fucking shit, the garbage, it might work. So it's just like 3 layered on there. But yeah, he covered it. Fucking made the sissy bar. I got that video on my Instagram. I'm going to put it on the Sometimes Chopper.
Did you make your bars too?
YouTube. No, I won those when Chicken Rick hit 15,000 followers,
Damn.
which now he's at like
Dude,
5.6 million.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's was it 18 something?
I
I was
no
watching his video this morning. That dude fucking cracks me the fuck up. I can't wait
dude's
to
funny.
meet him in person.
But yeah, I think it was like 10,000 or 15,000 followers. So he did like a giveaway,
Oh, cool,
just
okay.
like drop a comment or whatever. And I was coming in from hunting and checked my
Dude,
phone, and I was
something
like,
about it.
oh shit. And so their Old Man Motors made those bars.
Cool. I love him.
Yeah.
The fucking ZZs, the double Z's.
And then I put 6 overs on the front. I shaved the lowers down. No front brake, cool guy style.
Yeah.
Fucking dude, Beef found me the rear brake caliper because the one I was using was like a piece of shit. Got the rear fender trailer style from fucking Lowbrow, twisted and made up the sissy bar. Made all the brackets, headlight bracket, and all like the little shit hold, like the lead sled hardtail.
Mm-hmm.
It has the oil tank in front of the seat post.
Yeah.
Is where it
yeah,
should be.
It slips around. Yeah, like
So I cut
goes
those
around
off
it.
and then made my own tabs and put it behind it because I like
you
having
like that
negative
space through there?
I like having negative space around the motor. Like that's what I really like about your frame is the front above that front.
Is fucking dead empty.
It's got nothing there.
love it.
And so I would love to have nothing in front and behind it, but you get what you get. Whatever.
For sure.
Fucking originally painted it with like some metal flake and the same color, and I used black metal flake, and it just didn't work out how I thought it was going to work out, and I didn't like it. You were the only person who told me you liked it, and
I
to
did.
leave it like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Because like no one fucks up that bad, and rides it around, so it's really unique, And I was like, thanks, man. I think I'm still gonna redo it because I don't like it. So it's like a purple, and purple.
You
whatever
really
wanna
see the
say.
purple when you're up on it.
It just
I like
depends.
it.
I love that. I used a black sealer over the primer, so that
okay.
if I'd have used a gray sealer, it probably would have popped a little more purple.
More purpley, yeah.
But with that black, it's like right now the tank looks black, but the fender looks purple.
Right.
To me, at the angle I'm at.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure.
Hypnic jerk, taillight, fucking, whatever.
She's
put
bitching,
forwards
dude.
on it, like,
It's
stenciled.
fucking beefy, man. I feel like everybody's bikes are always bigger than mine. Like your bike looks huge to me, but it's the
I think
fucking.
it's just the tank. Tank's like real big looking.
I love that thing, man. It's sweet.
Dude, and I forget the dude's name. Some old dude. He was like fucking
Super rad.
87 years old at the
Who
swap
built that
meet.
tank?
No, but he told me who built it.
The
and
guy
I,
who built.
I,
the guy who made my seat for me is like 90 years old.
I got the ad saved on my phone. I fucking forget his name, but he made like BMX frames, and he also made like 6-7 different style tanks.
All right.
And that's what he said it who made it. And I'm like, dude, I can go buy a fucking lowbrow coffin tank for what you want for this fucking thing. Like one of the rare instances where I couldn't Jew this dude down. He was like, you don't want it, don't fucking buy it. And I like
Yeah.
walked away twice, and I came back and I was like, I'm
Fuck
buying
you.
it. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
And then when I was walking out, some dude was like, hey, that was the tank I was going to buy. And I just was like, I just ran to my truck. I'm like, I'm in fucking Dover. I got to get out of here. But, yeah, so the maiden voyage, though, I rode it around like 13 miles, and it died out. And I'm in the middle of fucking farm country out this way, out west of me. And I see this farmer walking across this fucking field, and I'm like, oh, dude, you don't need to walk across this field. Like, at this point, I think I'd called Christy.
What happened? Why did you break down?
We're getting there.
Oh, okay.
Taking the long way.
I thought you skipped that part and you just talked
No,
about
no,
the
no.
guy.
Well, he comes out, and he's trying to help me. And he's like, "You think the battery's dead?" And like the only thing I didn't have was my meter for some reason. Like I left it. Like I have a wrench or a socket or whatever I need to pretty much take this whole bike apart. Minus like taking the top end apart and like doing that. But like I could pull the motor out if I needed to with like what I have in the little bag. And I always carry a little Harbor Freight meter, and I didn't. And the battery was like dead, so I'm like, oh fuck, it's not charging. And he's like, well, you want me to go get you a beer? And I'm like, nah, I'm broke down the side of the road. Like, this isn't fucking registered. I have no plate on it. Like, probably no beer right now. But you can go, like, get yourself a beer and fucking come back and talk shit with me. And that was the first time Christy, like, used my truck to get my trailer and fucking bring it. Did great, you know?
Cool.
And loaded it up, and the coil was fucking not charging. Or coil, the fucking regulator. Jesus Christ, what am I fucking talking about? The regulator was fucking not doing what it needed. And I was like real worried my stator fucked up again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I replaced mine when I first got my bike. It wasn't even that.
So I go to Harley. I'm like, I need Evo Sporty fucking reg. He's like, here you go. I fucking get halfway down the road, and I like open it up because I'm like, that box is... Oh, let me see what's in it. And I'm like, cool, you gave me an iron head. Fucking had like 3 wires on it or something. I was like, fucking turn around, come back, and then like the Evo one was more money.
Usually.
So pop that on there, and it's been running good ever since. Got the plug wires from Bubba's. Like I wanted some that were you can make your own. And the only color he had was yellow, and that's why they're yellow.
Yellow makes your bike go faster. That's why I got yellow.
Yeah. And then I stenciled the, when I repainted this year, I stenciled the oil tank with some paints you brought me and some brushes you brought me. And,
looks great. I think you did a great job.
It's all right. It's like the only style I know. It's just all capital letter style.
You did good. Anything with it, that's the key with hand lettering, man. With like, if it has to have consistency. So if it's got like the same fucking style to it throughout the whole thing, even if it's may not be executed the greatest, it's still gonna look good.
It's definitely not executed the greatest, but it's
Whatever,
mine.
It's yours, dude.
Like me and Michigan Garrett talk about often in the DMs. It's like if you're building a bike, build the fucking bike. Do everything you can do. Like I don't have a fucking leather sewing machine. I'm not gonna buy one just to do that, but I am looking at like Quality Handmade. That dude like threw up. He always throws up like trade secrets,
dude.
Like this is how you do this.
I get fucking fired at in the DM sometimes about like my work process.
Yeah.
And people be like, "Yo, you're blowing up how we do this." And I'm like, "Yo, nobody paints signs anymore. Yeah. We fucking need more people in this world to be interested in this shit. So I'm doing a fucking favor right now. Yeah. Because we're only going to be painting for 30 more years anyways, man.
So
fuck you. Here's the secret.
Like that dude was sewing up some like reserve fuel bottle things. And he's like, I use this fucking shoe patcher from Amazon, this fucking pulley, and this variable speed motor from Harbor Freight and cobbled it together. And that's like, you know, like you ever look at how much a fucking leather sewing machine would be?
Probably pretty damn expensive.
They're not cheap, you know. And so he's like, here's the hack move if you want to do it, you know. Like, he doesn't have to tell you that.
Nah.
So it's cool shit. I like that. I believe in that. But yeah, we're always talking shit about like I did everything on it except for like I didn't make the bars and I didn't cover the seat and I didn't make the tail light or the headlights for that matter. But like, what am I gonna make the fucking headlights?
Fucking.
You know, but I shaved the lowers and did the motor work and fucking designed it in my head for years before I actually had it. And then
that's sick, man.
Whatever, dude. It's fun. It's a fucking Sportster.
I love her.
Big fucking deal, you know?
My Sportster identifies as a chopper.
That one does too. It's fun. I like ripping on it. It's cool. Like fucking you like sit in it. Whereas the Softail, you
can
sit
tell from here.
on it.
I think I've sat on your bike before, but
yeah, I think you did.
It looks comfy as fuck from here. You can see that you got some nice fucking bone to your back there.
Yeah, the camel hump fucking really supports your back, and it's nice because like if you're seeing a bump, you're not gonna avoid. You can brace. You like rise up and push back, and then the bike kind of goes over it, and you're protected. And then the passenger. The passenger seat is perfect for a 12-pack.
Ah, stuff it right on in.
And you stuff it right in.
That is perfect. Look at that. It is a little square boy.
Yeah, and I've always just liked tall king queens and tall sissy bars.
Yeah, for sure,
It's
dude.
always been my shit.
Fucking booby grabbers. They're sweet.
So that's why I did that. You know?
Well, rocking.
Yeah.
Chilling.
So that's the bikes, people.
Well, what about where the fuck we're going to be riding these things at here soon? Or what do you want to jump into here next?
Well, we both have Sportsters,
Yeah?
so we're really cool.
Do you want to try to jump into this other segment?
Oh, you want to get into that?
Or I mean, I think that's
Well,
the next
I
thing
think-
on
I
the,
think
is that
we're-
the next thing
I
on the
thi-
list
I-
here, or
I-
did we miss?
you
Oh
know
no,
what?
shit! I'm jumping way ahead.
Oh, well, we can
dun-
take a moment to talk about our sponsors, which
Okay.
is Sometimes Choppers, because we don't have any fucking sponsors. And you can go to Sometimes Choppers, and you will find pretty quickly here, we're going to have some T-shirts.
Yes, Edgman's coming out with some shirts for us.
Yep.
Yeah,
Detroit, USA made.
fucking
Correctly,
America,
right?
baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm a little bit snobby with my clothes. I like
American-made shirts
shit.
printed in
like,
fucking
this is from the 90s
home
at
of
some
the-
point, made in the USA.
auto.
Yeah, so that'll be dope. Also, we might have some bonus shit in our store. You may have some like small signage that you paint.
Yeah, we'll probably throw a lot
cool
of different
guy
type of
shit.
stuff up on the site. Vintage shit, just stuff that like you
I got a
know.
lot of vintage things that I come across that I think we're gonna put up there as well. So it's not just gonna be like Sometimes Choppers only merch. Because if you don't want to wear our shit, we don't want you to wear our shit. But we might have some
Yeah,
other shit.
there'll be a bunch of different
you
stuff up
find
there.
fucking cool. You know, you might not like us.
But yeah, fucking bumper
You gotta
stickers.
like our shit.
And you know, signs that you might like, banners and shit pertaining to your garage.
I
and-
didn't steal that line. They don't know. They don't listen to ICP.
Fuck, nobody listens.
But yeah. So
Yeah, Rodney's always got a bunch of rad vintage shit that he peddles online and stuff, and it's like, well, fuck, why give that the opportunity to somebody we don't know own this thing that's really fucking cool when we can just
Right.
throw this up on the Sometimes website?
yeah.
And,
If it's
you know, like fucking old
if it's
pins,
fitting.
just
Yeah.
shit pertaining to our life,
Old,
and,
old
and
biker
whatnot,
shit,
and
old
van and shit,
van and
choppers
shit.
shit, fucking
Yeah. So speaking of that,
rock and roll.
so yeah, Sometimes Choppers, check that shit out. Do you have any new projects for the summer that you're getting into? Anything popping off?
Van shows.
Is that a project?
No. I mean, me and my... no. Oh, I thought you meant things am I doing.
No. I meant like
projects.
giving you
Yeah, my daughter's
projects.
van. We're going to
Okay.
flake my daughter's van here soon.
Okay.
Probably.
What van is that? What is it?
She has a 84, a G20, Chevy 350. That was fucking
cool.
crazy plum purple when I got it. We sanded it down, and now we're gonna flake it purple. And probably by the time we do that, end up ripping the carpet and shit out, and just deck it all out on the inside.
Just slowly goings on it.
Mint condition. It's a fucking mint condition conversion van that sat in Toledo in a garage for the last 30-something years, and yeah, great shape.
That's
Just
cool.
rebuilt the trans and motor. Gonna do a little bit more work on that, and then that's like the main project. But I want that to be done by July, so we can take it to Van Nationals.
Okay.
Which is like the biggest van.
July's
Annual
coming
van
up
party
quick.
of the year. Yes, yeah, especially in my world too. Once this fucking weather cracks, dude, I'm gonna be chained. They don't call us wall dogs for nothing, dude. I'm gonna
I
be chained to
didn't-
the
I
side
didn't know
of
they
a
called you that.
fucking wall for the rest of my summer. Once the snow melts tomorrow, but yeah. So that's the main project. But now that since we're flaking the whole van, I bought her a van cart too, a vintage van cart, go kart.
Yeah, that thing looks.
So we're gonna flake
sweet.
that and then also paint new tins for my bike at the same time. And just have a matching fucking family 3-banger. Bada bang, bada boom. But that's my only projects. I just moved into a house, so I gotta get a garage ready.
That's
in this new
project in
place.
itself. Yeah.
Just insulate the walls and throw some fucking plywood up, and I'll be good to go in there. But that's the only projects on my list for this summer. Not die. How's that for a fucking project?
That's a good project. That's a good project. I don't have any projects. Me and
man.
Christy redid the mini bikes and the old fucking 60s Bonanza that I have. I'm just leaving it how it is. Because why would you want to touch that? And
Fucking things are sick.
The chopper's fucking repainted. I could probably put top end gaskets on the Softail, but I'm not gonna. It's fine. But I'm looking for a fucking van. A Chevy van.
A Chevy van, eh? My buddy Greg from Portland just texted me while we were setting up, and he's looking for a fucking van.
Ideally, a Chevy van.
Shout out to the mayor of Portland, by the way. Sponsor me Nose Beers on Instagram. Go follow that man. He's one of the nicest humans on planet Earth.
Do it.
He's looking for an 87 E-Series fucking van. 451.
Do it, you won't.
Look this dude up.
Do it, you won't.
What kind of van are you looking for?
I'm looking for a Chevy van.
That's the only kind of van I would ever drive. Unless if it was for free.
So, growing up next to Flint here, Chevys.
Yeah?
Dayton family says it.
Fuck yeah.
Chevrolet.
3.6. What are they riding?
454.
The Chevy.
Candy paint. they talk about a lot of them. But Chevy. Originally, I was looking for like first, second generation, like, the typical Scooby-Doo-ish van.
Oh, for sure.
I found one that was a GMC that was just a little bit high and a little bit too much already done. So I haven't found any other ones. You got like the green, what is it? Green Beret.
Green Beret?
I can't fucking say the name.
Green Beret.
It's not Beret. It's not fucking the Rambo van,
I
dude.
don't fucking know.
It's the Green Briere or whatever.
Briere.
But it's got the rear motor. So the back, when you open the doors, is like bumped up
right
a little bit.
It's fucking
so like you're not getting shit
there.
in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't really work for what I want. There's one down the road that I pulled in on my bike. Like once I was like, that was my plan. I was like, once I finish this chopper, I'm riding over to this fucking dude's house with this van that hasn't moved. Because that way he'll see like, oh, I do things. And maybe he'll want to sell it to me because he knows I'm going to do something with this fucking van. It's been sitting in his goddamn driveway for fucking 15 years.
Yeah.
Do something with it. Turns out he's like a Corvair fucking enthusiast. He's got 12 of them in his garage from all states of completely redone to torn apart to all original. And that's his only van. And he won't give it up. And I'm like, but you don't drive it. You just told me. Well, one day I might. And he's like old as fuck. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. And I seen him at a car show, and we talked, and he gave me his card. And we exchanged information or whatever. And I'm like, if you want to fucking sell it. And at this point, I don't even want it.
Okay, window van, panel van.
Panel.
Yeah.
But if I had to take a window, if the deal was right, you know what I mean? Something to throw the kids in.
Dude, I was going to say, okay, as
camp
dads,
in.
I don't mind.
Well, we had that conversation. We had that conversation, me and Christy. She was like, a panel would be fucking dope, but it's going to be a dark fucking hole for the kids to travel in if they're sitting back there.
It's for burnouts.
And so I'm like, all right,
you know,
maybe we get a window van, which usually runs cheaper.
Which the kids will love being in the back when doing burnouts, but like, if you had a window van, then they get shit to look at the whole time when you're driving up north and crap.
Window vans, a little cheaper, market price.
You can find those things on those G20s all day.
Yeah, but the only ones I'm finding are stupid
just
bubble
gotta find
tops
one that isn't stinky.
Don't fucking fit in the garage. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
Dude, a party hat. I think. All right, if you either go full boogie or full dad.
But that's like too new.
You know
what? That's probably why I don't have one already, because I keep like.
Because you know what I mean, like either
I'm like this one, fuck this one. This one's cool, but fuck
full
this,
boogified or like party hat, topper on it.
They're on their phones all the time anyway. What's it fucking matter? They're not gonna look out the fucking window.
Dude, that's why when you get in the fucking van, you gotta have a safe in there, a little box.
Yeah.
You're in the van,
Throw
dude.
the phone in.
You're living in the era that the van was made in. Put the fucking phones in the box, suckers.
I like that.
I just came up with it. Let's do it.
Woo, I like that. That's fucking great, dude.
Fuck you, kid.
Yeah.
Put them up here. We're listening to Sabbath. Sorry.
If I get a fucking like a 2003 van, then fucking text only after 7 p.m.
Yep. Only after 7. That's
and
right.
Weekends.
Yeah.
And you got to hit number 2.
I get everybody's
rollover
minutes.
The fucking C or whatever.
All rollover minutes go to dad.
But yeah, I've been looking for a van. I did find a couple shovelheads online that I was like, man, I should probably just go buy that and build that. But I don't really want to build another. I want to build a van and then do another.
You should
bike.
do a van next. Yeah,
that's what I want to do.
Because there's some things on wheels in here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things on 2 wheels in here.
Yeah.
You should do the fucking
Garrett,
van.
come get your fucking bike.
Man.
So I guess
I feel so fucking bad about the other day.
if I don't get the van, it's gonna be the Sportster Summer.
Sportster Summer, baby. What about Sportster Daddies or Sportster Summers?
Yeah. How do you feel about it? Are you a Sportster Daddy or are you a Sportster Summer guy?
I think I'm a Sportster Daddy.
See, this comes from me scrolling Instagram, and I see all this shit about Sportster Summer, and then I seen this fucking shirt that said Sportster Daddy, and then I fucking sent it to Garrett, Michigan Garrett, because we're always fucking laughing at shit.
Yeah,
and I was like, "You must pick one." I don't think he's talked to me since.
Decide.
I don't think he's talked to me since.
That man's in fucking babyland right now, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh.
With another.
Yeah, goddamn. I mean, honestly, I don't know. It just is what it is. You just take those punches. It's not a good. It's.
Yeah, but he's younger than me.
Good or
Is
bad.
he your age?
Me and Garrett are probably the same age if I had to imagine.
Yeah.
Early 30s somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
mid
done, dude.
30s.
I did all that early. I'm over it.
Fuck him. I'm glad I had my kid in my 20s already. I was 25, 26 when I had 25 when I had Kai.
I was 22. 21, 22?
And I fucking was done already then with life. I was over it then.
Yeah.
But
Did a lot.
yeah.
Sportster Daddy?
I think so. I think I'd be a Sportster Daddy.
I'm going to go.
Because Daddy rhymes with Zaddy.
I'm going to go Summer Daddy.
Summer Daddy.
Fuck the Sportsters. The funnest part is, okay, so when you're on your Sportster, and I know this has happened to you, you're at the gas station, old guy who used to fucking ride bikes comes up to you, and he's like, what is that, a fucking shovel head or a pan head? Do you agree with him or do you correct him?
No, dude. That's bad juju.
What?
I like the old dudes always come up to me. My bike just
but if
looks
he doesn't
like it's
know,
out of an old fucking
if
movie.
he's just a guy who just doesn't even know.
No, I would never tell another. No, I would. I'm always dead ass. Like,
Really?
dude, listen, this is a fucking Evo Sportster from the 90s, man.
You're a better man than me. I once told
It's shoved in an old 70s frame, but
I once told this dude mine was a BMW.
I'm also dressed like I fucking used to be. I'm dressed from an era that I don't exist in or belong in. You know?
Right.
So
I had a fluorescent shirt on.
I'm always like this.
Like
I'm always
a work shirt.
Dude, listen.
And yeah, dude, listen. I had a fluorescent like high vis shirt on.
I ride high vis a lot.
And I got gas on the chopper, and this dude was like, "What the fuck? I haven't seen a bike like that in 70 years." And I was like, "Yeah, well, I wish it was like a cool shovel head, but it's a BMW, as you can tell by my high vis shirt I'm wearing."
Shut up! No, you don't.
Oh yeah, I absolutely told him that.
See, I don't know.
Straight
I can't
face,
fuck with
dude.
I feel like
Straight face.
those guys are. I don't think they would take the joke, and then all of a sudden now, like they just reached out.
You came up to me.
What's that?
You came up to me. Be prepared for an all-out fucking
Yeah, I guess.
war with words, dude.
Listen,
You don't
when
know
you're
where I'm
messing with
going.
me and words,
Yeah.
there's gonna be wars, buddy.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna fucking rabbit hole you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, this is a BMW.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
It was designed by a Canadian.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Also, the guy who designed this motor was cousins with the guy who invented the Dewey Decimal System.
Shut the fuck up.
That's right. I'm not even Sven Decimal.
Okay.
Dewey was
So
his name.
I mean, no, yeah, definitely. You know what though? It's kind of funny.
No,
Because I end up at like every time I end up somewhere at a
it's a
party
sport,
or some
yeah.
shit, and you look at all the choppers lined up, and then you take a good look at them, and then you take another really good look at them, and you're like, oh damn, 8 out of these 10 fucking choppers are all Sportsters. Okay, cool. I don't feel like such a fucking douchebag tonight. But but that's also I think comes along with dude riding a fucking Evo is just you're gonna get there and back. Long distance is my thing, like
Unless your regulator's broke.
but also have something fucking cool in the garage too. You know? Also have something cool in the garage.
What do you mean?
Like have your fucking shovel or your iron head in there that you're always working on in the garage.
Yeah.
On top of it.
Right.
You know.
Well, I feel like the guys who really know shovel heads actually keep theirs running. But maybe there's a whole list of guys who have shovel heads that they don't keep running.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know anything about them. Here's the deal, man. That's my Biden impression.
I don't know who that is.
Fucking Bobby Biden.
Our president. No. Oh my fucking God. I'm an idiot.
What's his name? Do you have any more of those over there? Or are they all in the fridge?
Dude, I'm still living like fucking 4 years ago.
Are they all in the fridge?
Yeah, they're in the fridge.
That's fine. So, you know, like the old adage that old dudes will tell you, like back in my day, we just chopped the cheapest fucking bikes we could get.
Yeah.
And
they threw a chick with a pair of boobs on the back and fucking went to a party.
$800 for a Sportster, an Evo Sportster, isn't a bad starting point.
No,
I got
it's
more
not.
money into it now.
It's really not.
Obviously.
Not
much, you know. Especially if you're doing
it's coming like everything. It's coming right now back to this 10-year circle of it's time now. Like everybody's jumping. All of us, a bunch of our friends, have already been doing this for a fucking decade.
Right.
But there's this whole resurgence of vans and choppers again. Right now, are fucking cool again. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
so like,
you know, like would it be cool to have a kicker on this thing?
Just go on the internet
it'd be
and buy
cool,
it.
but like also, I'm not fucking putting a kicker on it.
How about this? Just buy a fucking cheap ass, crappy Craigslist Sportster, and then put a fucking $400 kicker kit on it yourself for fun.
If I'm gonna spend $400, it's gonna be with fucking something that originally had a kicker on it. You know what I mean?
China.
Yeah. See, I know. I fucking hate Chinese shit.
Well, I mean,
That's just
things
the
are
food.
You kind of.
I would go to China as a vacation.
I'd party there. I'd tour there. I'd do everything there. I'd marry a chick.
Japan's got a bunch of cool fucking handmade shit. Actually, there's one spot in China that actually makes some pretty badass denim, which you wouldn't think so.
Dentum and leather.
Denim.
I said dentum.
Okay. But Japan's got a ton of fucking handmade cool shit. So I go there too. What do they feel about Sportsters?
They love them.
Do they?
They'll take them.
I feel like there's a lot of old shit there.
I think it's worth more over there. Like if we were fucking smart,
right?
We'd be building a couple of bikes like this every year and then fucking mail them over there.
Yeah. No, I was talking to a guy who was like, if you can find any CR 500s, it's a Honda,
right?
Like motocross bike.
I don't want to give up too much people's hustle, but you know that was.
Like
I think over there, it's still on their like
boom.
vans and shit.
Well, I'm not even telling you where he wants to send them.
They'll fucking pay way more. You know. Let me grab you a beer, bud.
All right.
But they'll pay
grab
a
me a
fucking
beer.
lot more out there for sure.
They will pay you more yen, but once you do the conversions and then pay the taxes, you really end up owing $3.25 to every fucking person you sold a bike to.
Or you're just and
Harley gets a cut.
You're part of the problem of
slice a little bit off the cheese.
Getting fucking like that's kind of also kind of I don't know how I feel about that. Like we should leave that stuff here. I mean, just being from Detroit and shit, it's like every little being a part of the problem of getting it out of here. I don't know if I want to be a part of that problem.
That was the big
for
thing.
A profit. I'm already a fucking sellout for a living, dude, and now I'm shipping bikes and vans over the lake because I can make profit off it.
This podcast is over before it started because I can't be friends with you. No. Fucking, if you want to hustle. I ain't mad at you, baby boy.
No,
you know what I'm saying? But that was like the big thing with denim looms that were USA looms that all the Japanese were buying up. But like, I think that was really just internet myth. I think if you try to track that story down, like they have their own shit they're doing. They're doing like loop wheel T-shirts and like shit we ain't even thought about doing here in a fucking 100 years. You know what I mean? They're doing it like the real old school way. Not to bring it back to fucking clothing, but everybody always said like, oh, the Japanese fucking took all of our looms. I don't know if that was ever actually proven.
Who knows what happened to them?
So I know Levi's shut theirs down last year, or the year before. Like no Levi's is made in America anymore.
When I painted I painted a bunch of signs for Carhartt all around the country. I painted their warehouse in Hanson, Kentucky.
Right.
And it's where they make the bibs.
Yeah.
And I got to go on on my lunch. Oh, dude, I was there during Thanksgiving. That's right. And I got paid fucking a lot extra for being there during the holiday. There was a bunch of people there working on Thanksgiving while we were there. And they rolled in with like the most baller fucking giant dinner for everybody.
Oh, just gonna say giant bibs.
No, dude, mass amounts of food.
Everybody getting these pair
tons
of
of fucking food. It was like a really, really cool, homely American factory. And
that's That's nice.
It was fucking sick, dude. I got this like how it's made tour of the whole place.
Yeah.
Got to see them make these fucking bibs, and they were like, yeah, this is the last thing that we make in America. But they were pretty proud of it.
I don't think they make all of them.
But it's the main. So that was the other thing too. I think it's not even. It's like finished, assembled here. Kind of thing.
Because I bought some FR ones for work.
But
and
what are there fucking markings on it or something? It was just shitty stitching. Or
I don't think they were made in America. I'd have to go look. So I'm not going to talk out of turn on that. But the one pair of FR bibs was like X amount of dollars, and the other pair was like $20 more. And looking at the pictures, I didn't see any difference. Mm-hmm. And I was just using the work card anyway, and I bought the fucking cheaper ones, I think, because I'm like, whatever. The fucking, you know where you got the metal deals that you throw over your shoulder?
Yeah.
They're plastic snaps.
That's kind of fucked up.
So stupid. I was instantly.
I'm gonna have to hit up Katie.
disappointed.
Katie, I know you're listening to this right now. What's up with them? What's up with the plastic snaps?
First
girl?
of all, they're FR, so they're fire resistant, and you put plastic on it.
Oh man,
Is it the plastic fire resistant?
So-
Usually, plastic melts, from what I've seen.
yeah, it's gonna fucking melt, dude. You're gonna get.
I guess it's like
Well, beads gonna
resistant.
catch
Like you
that shit
can't
on
hold
fire.
you can't hold a lighter to it, and it probably doesn't catch on fire. Whatever. But that was my observation.
What was I fucking rounding back to there? I can't remember. But
Gravy recipe or something.
Ooh, gravy.
One time at deer camp, me and my
I had
dad
a lot
and his
of
buddy
gravy this weekend, man.
were making Thanksgiving dinner because we just like fucking. We were like, yeah. We told everybody like we'll be back for Thanksgiving, and then like hunting was either good or bad. I don't remember at this point. And we're like, fuck it, we're staying here. And we were trying to figure out how to make gravy.
Man. Do you know how to make gravy?
Well, we had like cream of chicken or cream of mushroom in a can and some milk and some flour.
Gravy is flour,
And that's not how you make gravy apparently because it didn't taste right.
Dude, my
We
kid's
didn't
mom
know.
makes the fucking greatest gravy on earth, man. Respect the shit out of your baby mamas, dude. Your exes. Be really nice to them because you can come over on Sundays and eat all of their homemade gravy still if you're really, really cool.
Nice.
Well, shit. Why don't we jump into what's fucking going on? What's coming up here a little bit
Oh
soon?
wait! You know what we beat around the bush on?
On what?
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm here to fucking amuse you. Now, funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
I get silly, like something lace my Philly. There's plenty laughing when I'm
What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Right there.
Well, welcome to the segment, ladies and gentlemen, where we fucking
When I'm clowning.
when we bust on busters and
This is where
fluff
we
on
talk a little bit of
fluffsters.
shit.
Yeah, just
Let's talk a
talking
little
good
bit of
shit,
shit.
bad shit, whatever shit, maybe just being
Talking a little bit of shit.
fucking
A little bit of shit.
yeah,
What, am I funny to you?
funny things or
So-
just stupid things we see around.
This week,
talk some
scrolling
shit about.
Instagram, I find a fucking Bush Light post that they make a thing like a funnel for the can, which would be great for me to put oil for the fire. But it's for taking a piss, so you can piss into your can and save a tree because urine is fucking killing the trees in America,
Okay.
causing global warming and mass fucking scale.
So this is a little pop-up thing that Bush makes that
Yeah,
snaps
Busch
onto
Light.
their fucking
And
can of beer.
It was
so you
posted
can,
April 4th, so I don't think it's a late April 1st gig.
That was my next question. When
Yeah.
was this posted?
April 4th. So I think it's a real fucking thing.
Do you think they fucking their social media agent was just smoking too much weed and forgot to post it? A couple
If
days
that's
late?
the case, everybody should be allowed to piss on him.
So what does this thing look like? It snaps onto the top of your
No,
fucking
I
beer
think it's
can?
just like a little blue funnel that slides in the mouth hole of your beer can.
And where do you keep this funnel? In your pocket?
I think you buy Carhartt bibs from America,
Dude, I
and
can't-
you put them in one of the pockets.
This is some fucking clowning ass shit.
So the idea is that you pee into the can, and then you don't pee on a tree. What do you do with the piss? It's a can. You can't
Okay, so
seal
now
it,
you're
dude.
just
So
at-
are you putting it in the van?
Can they?
What are you doing with the can?
Like,
You're
where do you
still
put the
dumping it out,
where do you put the
right?
fucking can?
Maybe it's because like
This can't be real.
maybe it's because people are like leaning up against trees for like a little bit of coverage.
Yeah.
and pissing on the tree, and this way you can go over by the tree, have your coverage, piss in the can, and then bring the can back and dump it out in front of someone while maintaining eye contact with them.
I like that.
To assert your dominance.
I think that's on the instructions.
Like a meerkat. You just dump it on their legs. Just assert dominance, dude.
This is the fucking... I pray to God that this is not real, but the fact that it was posted 4 days after April Fool's
seems real.
is just another kick into my nuts into the reality we live in is fucked.
That's why we're drinking the old milk.
We had a couple of
today,
Milwaukee's tonight. Yeah.
Because fuck Busch Light for that stupid idea.
That was retarded.
By the way, Busch Light's my favorite beer. Busch Light, if you want to be a sponsor of this podcast, hit me up.
Please do. And if you want to send us these
555
pee things, we'll fucking piss in them all day if you want to sponsor the show.
Yeah.
But
they're fucking
They're
stupid. And
fucking
quit doing
stupid.
that. Quit doing that. Stop it.
Ridiculous.
That is just more dumb shit the world does not fucking need.
Man, you go, well.
First of all, what do you do once it's in the can? You know what?
I've got
there might have been a thing where you reseal
it sitting around.
There might have been a fucking thing that goes over the can.
So I want to say you texted me the picture, like just on a friendship level, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it again. And it had like a series. It was like 3 or 4 cans, and it looked like it had a top on one of them. And
there might have been a fucking top.
But yeah, either way, what do you do with the can? And then where the fuck?
Oh no, they got a whole video up.
Oh, okay.
Save a tree, pee in a bush.
Really?
Listen, first of all, you're opening yourself to people who drink Coors Light going, I told you Busch Light tastes like fucking piss. You know what I mean?
True.
Like you're open, like Busch Light, come the fuck on. What are you thinking? You know, you got some fucking Johnny Paycheck Jr. Going, Colorado Kool-Aid tastes great. Fuck that fucking Busch tastes like piss anyway. So I wouldn't know if I pissed in a bush and started drinking my own piss if I was drinking Busch or piss. Just fucking pee on the tree.
I never drank Busch. I never drank Coors.
Pee in a lake. Pee off the back of the boat. I don't give a fuck.
Strong
don't
with
pee in a
Milwaukee's
can.
Best Ice.
Don't pee in a can unless you're maybe traveling down the road like Dwight was in that episode of The Office.
Okay,
but
so
peeing in a can's dangerous anyway.
Read me off a little off this website here about this fucking thing.
Well, that's the video. I gotta find the picture. Oh, here it is. Oh, there is cap it. Sip it, drip it, cap it.
And then what?
They don't tell you what to do after you cap it. So now you're fucking dumping piss out of your can, and then what? You're taking that back for the bottle return? Now you're getting your piss. Why don't you just fucking show up at Kroger and piss into their bottle return and just save everybody the goddamn trouble, dude?
There's already enough things with piss in it around in my life that I don't want to involve my fun time of drinking alcohol.
I mean, if you're traveling, you got a pee jug, but it's got a twist off cap.
Got a piss funnel in the van.
You know?
Piss funnel and Powerade bottles.
I mean,
that's key to vanning and driving.
I don't know if we're going to get kicked off YouTube for this, but there you go.
Let's take a look.
That's what it is. So.
That'll look good. Let me see.
It's that. That's a different one than I sent you, I think.
Oh, it goes.
So
all
I think
in
they're
the junk.
really.
So it's like that woman's.
I think they're rampant. I think they're
funnel
rampant
that
for
chicks
camping
use.
season.
There's one that is made for women. It's called something.
It's called like the Shiwi or fucking.
Can't
something.
remember, but it's basically that for men,
right?
To have coverage,
and it's for Earth Month. You know,
something tells me I'm just gonna end up drinking that pissy beer again.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And then like people who don't like Busch Light already. You know, some PBR snob is going to be like, I told you that was nothing but watered down piss anyway.
Yeah, fuck.
So that's who we're clowning on today. And we may not always have the clowning segment, but some shit needs to be fucking clowned.
Dude, if you want to shoot us any messages too on something that you feel we should clown on for the segment for the week, feel free to
send them to us so we can ignore you.
We can do several of them. You. I forgot that you wanted to do that today. I would have thought to bring one as well.
No, I think just one's enough.
One good one.
I think one's enough. Yeah, and I think if people send us their ideas and they're not good enough, we clown on them for thinking they had a good idea.
That.
So it better be fucking fire.
Well, what do you want to talk about? What's happening, soon?
Yeah, let's fucking wrap up what we're doing here.
We got a couple of. We'll talk about we got a couple of things, some events coming up. There's an event this weekend, and then a couple of shout outs to some people for the week.
Yeah. So to let you guys know again, Sometimes Choppers. That's our website. You're gonna find most of our information there. Sometimes Choppers on Instagram. You can also find the information there. We're gonna be putting these out, a couple of months.
Yeah, Wednesdays
is the day they'll fall on a couple times a month here. And well, I guess you could start with your event because it's the closest.
Well, this Saturday. So today is what? 420.
420.
Fucking this.
Which is a Wednesday.
This Saturday, the 23rd. Jeff Jolly, old bass player from the Detroit punk band The Jollies, has his annual run, the Ghetto Shakedown, sons, and that is happening Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Everybody's meeting up over there at the AutoZone at Telegraph in West Chicago.
In West Chicago.
Take 96 to Telegraph, whatever way you're coming from, and then once you get to Telegraph, then you fucking head south, and it's going to be on the southwestern corner.
Bring your sundial, folks.
Yeah, meet up there with Jeff, and there'll be a bunch of fools out there. We're going to ride downtown, he says, and get some conies, grab a couple of drinks, and then ride back to the west side of the city. If you want to check out his Instagram, Jeff is actually a pretty rad fucking photographer. He shoots mad bikes and cars and tons of really cool stuff. He does some sick photography. His Instagram is Randy_Jeff. Rowdy_Jeff. I got bad handwriting. Sorry, Jeffy. ROWDY_Jeff, JEFF. And you can check out more info on the show this Saturday, on the run this Saturday.
Yeah.
And
that sounds fun. It's supposed to be nice, too. It's snowing right now.
It's snowing right now, but it'll be chill this weekend.
But it's supposed to be like 70-some degrees this weekend, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Nice.
Clear skies, at least on Saturday, and so.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's coming up this week for me, or next week. What? What do you got coming? The swap?
That's coming up, but after that little ride you're talking about, I got one of the most Michigan fucking things you can do.
Let's hear about it.
You want to hear about it?
Yeah.
It's on April 30th,
okay.
and it's the 17th annual. Meaning they've done this 16 other times.
17, baby. 17 and beaming.
It is the annual Freeland Walleye Festival Bike and Car Show.
Nice.
Is that not the most Michigan thing you've ever heard?
Fuck yeah, all you can eat walleye, baby.
Bike
Cars
show,
and bikes.
Car show, walleye festival.
I'm there, dude.
Why have 3 separate events? Or even 2? A lot of times around here there's a bike and car show together.
It's perfect.
Separately, there's a walleye festival. There's a place in the Thumb that is the home of the fish sandwich. When you ride through, it says home of the fish sandwich. Whatever, but this isn't Freeland.
Is that on your way to Burn and Turf? The other place?
No, it's
just
on your way
the...
to, it's not the tip of the thumb. Fuck, what's the name of that town? It's where the cheeseburger festival
Port
is.
Huron? Is that fucking bullshit ass town?
That's at the bottom of the cuticle. I'm talking fucking... I'm talking
Michigan talk.
I'm talking high rise, baby.
Fuck
it's
yeah.
the home of the cheeseburger festival. What the fuck is the name of that place?
Are you going to go to the Walleye Fest? You going to take the fam?
Maybe.
Strong
maybe. I might go there. I might go there just to see if it's like a bunch of fucking baggers.
And then also too on the
and then just show up on my chopper.
The big fucking swap meet's coming up. Do some camping Saturday night.
What's coming up?
That swap meet.
Oh yeah, that's
the Imlay City one,
first,
the big main one. I want to say it's the first.
Caseville. It's on your way to Caseville.
Okay. Fuck that place. We're not going there anyways. We're talking about this.
I know, but it was bothering me. So. If I didn't do it now.
I believe this is also on the 30th and then the 1st. The Imlay City chop swap meet, motorcycles. They want you to please try to keep its older parts and stuff. But there's camping available. I forget who puts that event on totally or officially.
Yeah. I feel like I just heard the name.
Let me check this fucking screenshot.
While you're doing that, let me remind the folks that Bayport, Michigan is the home of the Fish Sandwich Festival.
Oh, you found it.
Yeah.
Okay.
On your way to Caseville. So on your way to the Cheeseburger Festival, you can hit the fucking Fish Sandwich Festival.
Oh, man.
If you want.
Where the fuck did it go? Where did
that doesn't
it
have anything
go?
to do with bikes.
Shit. I can't find the fucking flyer
Well,
for next weekend. Whatever. It's
what they
all
need
over
to know.
Instagram. It's fucking black and white flyer. It's got an engine on it, and
May
it's got
1st.
information about camping.
It's
And
May
a
1st.
bunch of fucking cool dudes will be there. The
I'm gonna
homie
ride
Reese
out
will be
there.
there, slanging some shirts, and he'll have a bunch of shit for sale. All the cool guys will be there. Okay, all the chopulars will be there, and fucking you better be too.
Yeah.
All right.
If you want to be popular, you better fucking be there.
right,
Other
cool,
than that,
man.
we got one more though. May 28th.
What's on the 28th?
Bubba's Memorial Classic Tri-City fucking bike show.
Where's that?
Linwood.
Linwood. Oh,
Michigan.
okay.
Kind of like, if you got the hankering from some cheese, you could hit Pinconning.
All right.
Get you some fucking nice
Some of the Dakota.
real cheese. Well, I think they're more into the Maz and the fucking,
I see.
Havarti. And, how many cheeses can we name?
7.
Okay. Bubba's fucking cool, dude.
This place sounds
He puts
familiar.
on swap meets. He does a lot of swap meets. Anytime I've talked to him or bullshit with him, he's always been cool. That's the dude who sold me those plugs.
Oh, okay.
And that starter that's on your bike.
Oh, that's why he sounds familiar.
Yeah, probably. He's got some cool shit in his shop, but yeah, May 28th, he's got a bike show going on. I'm probably gonna ride up to.
Do you got a fucking website or something to shout out for info to people to find that, or?
You could probably just Google fucking Bubba's Tri-City Cycle and
Okay.
figure it out on your own, the way I had to do.
Well, I want to give a couple of shout outs this week.
Let's do it.
My shout out for the week, dude, is this fucking homie. Actually, yeah, he's totally a homie. I'm sure we've probably been at the same parties when we were younger and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of roll from the same-ish type of crowd of dudes from back in the day.
Isn't that special?
But this cat, fucking Amos Worth Painting, Jake,
I like
is
that name.
killing these fucking tanks right now, man.
Jerry Reed.
So he's
Reminds me of Jerry
fucking
Reed.
he's a body guy, and just what I heard, just got sick of that shit, and it's just full time
Right.
motorcycles now, man, and
Okay.
just doing wild fucking wicked old school paint jobs. That
What's the Instagram?
Amos Amos Worth WORTH Painting PAINTING. I'm wearing this fucking
Yeah, I'm
t-shirt
looking right
today.
at it.
That's
I'm making
dude,
sure you
that's
spell it
super
right.
gay.
I'm making sure you spell it right, dude.
But no, yeah. So he just had a raffle the other night for this sick fucking little blood tank, and
Yeah.
dude, it's just the coolest thing I've seen in a while, and that isn't from somebody who is, wild fucking popular asshole, pompous fucking douchebag, like just super chill, down to earth guy, man. A little
cool.
fucking down to talk and about whatever, whenever on his Instagram and shit, and you, dude, I can just tell, like I can see when the fire in somebody else's belly, like when they want to fucking get into painting and do it,
When it ignites.
dude. I mean, you can just smell from a mile away who the fuck is going to be doing this for the rest of their lives, and
Right.
who's going to do this for a few seasons and be like, fuck this shit. But you can tell this dude's going to be killing it for a long time to come.
That's cool.
So you should buy some of his fucking tanks now. I'd buy 2 of his tanks. This is my plan.
Uh-huh.
I want to buy 2 tanks.
Run one, put one on the
Run
shelf?
one, put one on the fucking shelf for the next 40 years. That it's sell it when he's famous and old as shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So yeah, cheers, brother. Thanks for fucking all the kind words and hitting us up and all that crap. And make sure you guys check his ass out. Amos Worth Painting.
Yeah.
But what about you? You shouting on anybody this week?
No.
Fuck him.
Yeah, no, I am.
Good man.
All right, here's what you need to know. Is there's a guy, and he wires bikes. He used to be wiring bikes.
Yeah.
And he helped me out because I was a little bit confused for a minute on wiring this thing. And the way I became known to him as I seen his shit, and I reached out and I was like, "Your wiring is fucking next level." But now don't worry about any of the wiring because he ain't fucking doing that. What is he doing? He's traveling the fucking United States in his van, and he's getting naked all the time, which is
nice.
That's his bag.
I got naked this
I
morning.
feel like you would like it.
Yeah.
Some other people would. But anyway, because of what happened, and you know what I'm talking about. They don't know what I'm talking about. Because it was mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm mentioning it again. Loud Pipes on fucking Instagram. I think the O is a 0. Check him out. But real big shout out to fucking the Crazy Gentleman.
Cheers. Cheers
Rob.
to him. Fuck yeah, Rob.
I'm real excited to fucking hang out with that dude in the flesh.
Dude, totally.
You know, the same way the Chainsaw Massacre guy was excited to make Mask. Anyway, so Rob the Crazy Gentleman's got a podcast. If you don't already know, he just put one out. The last one was with Tim Howley, I think, or Howell. I should probably know that, but I don't. The one before that was Chicken Rick. So I've been doing little.
I listened to Chicken Rick's. I haven't listened to the next one.
Yeah,
yet.
so I've been doing like little intros on his podcast. And he hit me up about it, and he was like, you should just do something. Just say some shit and
fucking run it.
To be like the intro of the podcast. And I was like, why?
Because you got the voice.
He was like, you should just do it. And I was like,
you got that
right.
microphone
he was
radio
like,
voice.
Yeah, he was like, honestly, you should just be doing your own fucking podcast. And I'm like, I don't want to do my own podcast.
I never. You know how many times I fucking heard that, dude, and I just don't want to until I met your ass.
Yeah. See, we're circling back. This is a beautiful way to wrap things up.
It really is.
And, you know, I was just like, I don't want to do my own podcast. That's too much work. I'll record something and I'll fucking send it to you. And then I don't got to fucking think about anything.
Yeah.
And now I found myself with you doing this sometimes choppers. So shout out to Rob, the Crazy Gentleman.
Rob. Thank you, dude.
For that, along with other people who have told us to do it. But he gave me a little bit of a taste, you know?
Give me a little taste.
And so now we're doing sometimes choppers. So when you get done with this episode, go check his shit out if you don't already. He's got a ton of good shit.
Bunch of stuff.
A lot of good shit, yeah.
All day like OJ, baby.
Yes, sir. So that's all I got. You got anything else?
Dude, nothing but a butt crack. That's it, man.
All right, well.
Fuck him.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Let's do a 5. Let's do a high five together. Yeah, a little friendship 5.
The next episode after this will feature Creeps 12G
yes.
Cycle, or Creeps Cycle 12G. Also, we don't know what his Instagram is. We talk about it with him. And because he doesn't know what it is.
So when are we going to drop that episode? Do you want not next week, but the week after?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Which falls on what?
A Wednesday.
A Wednesday the 4th.
Yeah.
So next episode out. May the 4th be with you. Damn, dog. We go from fucking 420 to May the 4th.
That's beautiful.
What do you think about that,
I like
Jack?
it. I like it.
Well, hell yeah, sons. Thanks for the fucking holding out to this first episode and hanging on all the way through.
Yeah, and always remember, the first one's the worst.
Whatever, dude. I had a blast with you tonight.
Yeah,
this was honestly way easier than I thought it was going to be. So, fuck him.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I ever talked to him. When we did that starter, I dropped the washer. He quit talking to me. All right.
All right, sons. Cheers, baby.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Sometimes.
Choppers.
The hell is a podcast?
Riding our bikes around, thinking we're all bad.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted to do. Chop that baby.
Does this excite you? Think about it.
Sometimes.
Choppers.
Design usually just comes right out of your head.
Everybody's got to have a Harley nowadays.
And it must be a chopper or you're not even eligible.
Chick want to take her shirt off. She could.
How you doing, Mom?
We only play loud music at 3 in the morning. Fine. Don't walk around drinking beer in public. Fine.
I was full of the devil.
Complete molding and raking of the motorcycle frame, wheel design, and engine building.
Stretched way up to the sky.
Full of the devil, man.
You got a chopper, that's it.
The party people are only 2% of animals.
Oh, geez, the damn van, you know.
Shut up.
That's all you need is a van. I said I have one of those.
I was full of the devil, man.
You know, in 10 years from now, we'll still be riding choppers, and they'll probably be riding something different.
What's the matter with you, boy?
Yeah, guys. There's motorcycles.
Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air.